Welcome everyone. Today is Monday, I should say, July 6th. Welcome to Tony's Sleep Hacks in Journal, episode 40. Whoa, the big 40. It's really growing. I haven't posted in a few days. I'm really excited since the holidays are over. Canada Day, Independence Day, but it's really kind of troubling what's happening with COVID-19 in the United States because, like I said recently, we are not an island, and what happens over there affects us all big time. So let's get into it. I have been sleeping okay, not bad. It's been steaming hot. I'm not sure where you live right now, but it's been pretty hot here in the Greater Toronto area, and every day it's hitting about 30 to 35. And what I still do is turn the air conditioning off at night, so I get a cool breeze, and I keep one of those sort of stationary fans in the room. Kind of gives me that cool breeze, because otherwise I truly would need the air conditioning on at night, and I try to avoid it. My little experiment of removing the duvet cover recently was interesting, where I was only using the very thin, lightweight mulberry silk duvet, and it's perfect. Because the number one question that I get asked all the time, because I handle a lot of our chats, from customers, is I'm sleeping hot, I'm sweating, hey, I could sleep in a freezer if I could. What do I do? And we give them the different options, and usually the very thin, lightweight mulberry silk and duvet is perfect. We've been selling that for a long time. And what's really good as well is the 100% bamboo duvet that we sell. The shell is 100% bamboo. The inside is 100% bamboo, and we've been selling a lot of that product. We have our own private label coming in soon on that. It's doing really well. And aside from sleep, what do I really want to talk about? And what I really want to talk about today is an older podcast that it's called The Serious Sellers, sponsored by Helium 10, the software company, and hosted by Bradley Sutton. And this is going back from last December, so it's just over 7 months old. And it was an episode with Ira Firestone, a really well-known online seller. And he had some really great tips for new people really getting into the space. And I really want to follow up with what he said, because he had some great ideas. The first thing he talked about is become a consultant, which is a great idea. If you want to start off with something, talk about what you know and where you can help people. And I'm in that process right now. I'm actually going to be listing my services as a business consultant for free. I've got almost 30 years business experience. I started off as a kid, and I've done close to $50 million in sales. And the thing is, I feel I could bring a lot of value, and the great thing is, I'm not charging anything, because I'm not looking to monetize it. I'm really following the Gary Vee philosophy of just giving back. Give everything you know out for free, and slowly, in the long term, it will come back to you. And the number two thing Mr. Firestone talked about was really the fact that when it comes to, for new sellers especially, you want to chase margins and profit over sales. And that's very interesting. A lot of times people are told, hey, you know what? Don't expect to make money right away, and it's going to take 6 months and a year and a couple of years. And I would rather follow what we just learned, but what Mr. Firestone said. From day one, we pursue a policy where we must be profitable. We're not a big, huge company that can afford losses for years, literally, because some people can play the long game, and they can lose money on advertising, on a lot of different things, just to subsidize the long game. And I think you're better off looking at your margins, going after profit. I mean, what good is it if you're a company selling millions of dollars a year in sales, but you have very thin net margins, like 10% or less, which is very common and depending on certain industries. So you're not really making a lot of money at the end of the day. And that's not where you want to be. That's not where I want to be. And that's what I would really use as a takeaway from that podcast. So guys, think about those things that we've talked about. We're really going to expand the podcast. I'm glad to get a lot of feedback. If you like what you hear, please just hit that like button right there, right down there, right there. Leave me a comment, because I really appreciate the feedback. So have a great night, everybody. I hope you're sleeping well, and we're going to talk to you again soon.